sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Spotter airborne.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Our cruisers can't be held by a power of that magnitude.
Great start.
Many thanks.
Welcome back to World of Warships Legends with Redsorax, and today we're going to look at a Kriegsmarine Graf Spee, and we're going to be flying in a division. And first I wanted to show you, here's my Eric Bay. I just today got it maxed out, completely 100% fully upgraded, legendaried all the way. That is my first commander done that way. And it took right at a year. I've been playing 1 week shy of a year to get him there. So I just wanted to share this with you. So let's take a look at the ship we're playing today. We're going to be playing the Tier 5 Graf Spee, and we are in a division today. And both my teammates are going to be in Kriegsmarine ships. We have a T-61 and a Nuremberg in the division. So the reason we went with this is with all the destroyers going on in the game right now, we wanted to run the Extreme Hydro command. And I noticed I haven't featured this ship, so I'm going to go ahead and take and show the ship. I'm not really a fan of it, but we'll go ahead and show it off. So you can see I'm running double flags across the board. And now let's take a quick look at the commander and my setup. And today we're using a level 15 with 2 legendaries, Gunther Luchins, with a base trait of Gimlet, allowing the cruiser AP shell damage to be increased. And for our first skill, we've gone with Ingenious, which gets these guns turning faster and decreases the incoming splash damage, also allowing us to know when we're being targeted and by how many. For the second skill, we're using full speed ahead, allowing the cruiser to go faster and to turn the rudder faster. For the third skill, I've gone with Sponge, which basically makes the ship tougher. You take less damage, your repairs are faster, and your armament's tougher. And for our fourth skill, we've gone with Steer Clear, again wanting to turn the ship much faster, because I plan on putting the ship in harm's way. For our legendary perk, I've gone with Fully Packed. For my first inspiration, I've gone with Norman Scott. Definitely needs some accuracy. And for my second inspiration, I've gone with Charles Madden. I want to get these guns turning faster and reloading faster. For my first module, I've gone with Aiming Systems Mod 1. For my second module, I've gone with Steering Gear Mod 2. And this gives our ship a health pool of 39,400 with a torpedo reduction of 22%. Now this is where this ship stands out in comparison to other ships. This has 238mm guns, which are the same exact caliber as the Scharnhorst. Now they're not the exact same gun as the Scharnhorst, but they are the same caliber. So when they hit a cruiser, they hit a cruiser hard. Gives me a 15-kilometer range, a reload of 19.5 seconds, and a turning radius of 19.3 seconds. And now to the torpedoes. We have 2 launchers of 4 torpedoes each. They have a reload of 90 seconds and a turn radius of 6 seconds. But the biggest thing is they have a beautiful angle on them. They can actually angle quite well, so you can get a nice arc off these torpedoes, and I will be demonstrating them. You have a 65 knot speed and an 8-kilometer range. Now with our build, we got a maximum speed of 30.8 knots and a turning circle of 680 meters with a very good shift of the rudder at 6.8 seconds. Now that is pretty good because this is actually a pocket battleship because it has battleship guns on a cruiser. And for our concealment, we have an 11.8 kilometer concealment range by sea, and when firing in smoke, 8.9 kilometers. Now one thing I couldn't show is the sonar. I have a 5.2 detection on my sonar for ships, and it will come into play in this game. So let's take it into battle and see how she plays. So again, today we're in a division with both Bantha Fodder and Hater. Congrats, you Hater. We are on the Trident map and just capture the base. And the reason we did this was we wanted to bring out a lot of sonar, and we're going to work together quite well. Now it is a tier 5, tier 4 battle here, and we're going to work quite well with our sonars together. With the three of us, we have the longest duration, longest range sonar, and we're on one side of the map, so one of us is going to be running sonar at all times. I'm sorry for twitching the camera like this. If you get a little sick, blame it on me. So now you can see on the mini map that sector alert, and that is new to this new recent update, and I'm about to use it here. I'm going to tell my guys which way I was going, and you can see the other team, the other side is doing the same thing. They're showing where they're going to go. Even though I talk to my division mates, I can say I'm going to that island to the left, but they can't tell. I mean, you can see there's a bunch of islands out there. This I do like because it specifically on the map shows what island I'm heading towards. And that way they don't have to look back, or we don't have to guess around. We used to shoot at islands, you know, but the problem is on a battleship or a cruiser you're going to get spotted. I just took damage from my partner behind me. We've been playing jackass games all day, so now I'm going to put torpedoes into him just as a goof. And yes, they all hit. So now we have a marblehead. Whoop, nope, I missed by one. So that's just buddies playing around with each other. Now you can see I'm targeted by one. That's what that one inspiration does. Now I fire out at the marblehead, and I'm going to go ahead and start turning, get off the track. Hopefully he doesn't do too much damage to me here. He can pepper the hell out of me with that HE. Marbleheads are really good at putting down suppressive fire with HE. They have a lot of guns, really fast firing. And now that I've got a target lock on him, I put out a shot at him.
Gotcha, bitch!
What can I say, people? It is in my contract. So that's the one problem with the Marblehead. It's a great ship, but it's made out of citadels, and it will be punched. Now this ship is really good at doing that to cruisers, especially light cruisers. The caliber of these guns is just designed to punch cruisers down. So I'm trying to angle away here. I'm trying to get some distance. I've got my partner in the Nuremberg. Now I'm not targeted anymore. So I also here am dodging torpedoes. Now I've got my sonar up. The destroyer popped his earlier. So now I've got mine up. And shortly mine's going to go down. So I'm going to tell my partner in the Nuremberg to pop his as soon as I run into this island. Now I see the island there, but I am holding it hard over, and I was hoping I was going to miss it. I slowed down to try and miss it, but I pulled a Gary. What are you going to do? So back off the island and start going forward. We'll get her around here. We got the gate ahead. We're going to go ahead and lock onto the gate. Going to put shots out on the gate. But the Gade, I don't know what his problem is. He was just absolutely focused on my partner, and my partner dev struck him with a torpedo. How you got torpedoed by a destroyer going straight on is beyond me. That's just, you know, absolutely focusing on the wrong thing. As you can see, that Marblehead has had enough, and he's decided to say,
"Screw you guys, I'm going home."
So now you can see there's torpedoes coming in around my partner over there. And that's because he's got his hydro up and running, and that we can see all these. And because we've been running our hydro as a group, we're not getting torpedoed in this game. So now we're trying to focus down this Fubuki, and he's disappeared. And the Marblehead's cruising for the next map. We try to get a shot on him as he's retreating. And I don't blame him. He's been punched by me once, and my partner in the Nuremberg has been just tormenting him the rest of the game. So He's definitely trying to get the hell out of here, and he's in my extreme range and going away, so I really don't have much on him. And I'm going to angle off now towards this Iron Duke, see what I can do to this Iron Duke. Keeping an eye on the Marblehead, and still being aware that there are 3 destroyers on the enemy team. And the only destroyer left is on our team. Now, I've been targeted, and I don't know what has me targeted, but the target dropped. Now, usually when you get targeted and untargeted, like I just see how I'm getting targeted and untargeted, that usually means a destroyer is locking and unlocking you for torpedoes. So now, there's the Fubuki. My partner has him spotted. We fire on him. And of course, now we have the wrong ammo selected. But I still get a overpin into him. And now my partner has to push him out of that smoke. Now that he's gone into that smoke, the Fubuki has to worry about us pushing him with sonar. But the T-61 sonar isn't working right now. It's still down. So I just got targeted, untargeted again, and it's not the Iron Duke targeting me. So I know there's torpedoes on the way. My sonar's not back up, so I'm going to steer out of that. Now my partner in the T-61 Bantha is putting torpedoes in there. And I was just using my torpedo track to see which way the Iron Duke was going. So here come the torpedoes, and I called it. So now I've got to dodge these things. I'm a skinny bitch. I'm a skinny bitch. Just think skinny thoughts. And of course, when you're driving backwards, you can't think which way the damn stick works. Oh, here it comes.
Missed it by that much.
Whew. And that's how we do it. So now we'll get back on the Iron Duke. And since the Iron Duke, I just fired HE at him, but since the Iron Duke's flat broadside, and we do have battleship guns. These are Tier 6 battleship guns, small battleship guns, but they're still battleship guns nonetheless. Now, a second ago, while I was dodging the torpedoes, I noticed that we lost something at our base. And there were 2 destroyers heading towards our base. Now, our base is being captured right now. We've lost one of our teammates. Hater has gone down during that torpedo dodge. And my other partner, Bantha, has acknowledged that the base, I was calling it out to him, and I was calling it out for everybody on the selection wheel. And now we're trying to rush back there. Now the problem is I don't have the fastest ship. 30.8 knots is my top speed. And there's that stinking Fubuki. Now there's 2 penetrations right there into the Iron Duke. And the Iron Duke has not been aggressive, but now we've got to get to this base. If we don't get to this base, game over. Doesn't matter if you kill all the ships or not. So I've got it going as quickly as I can. My partner in the T-61 Bantha is pushing as fast as he can. And we are going to just get up to this base in time. It is scary how close this gets. So now I'm spotted. Don't know where from. But if you watch, he will target me here shortly. And when the target comes off of me and back onto me, that is him going from guns to torpedo selection back to guns, meaning it's time to turn the rudder hard over. So I have my sonar up. I'm expecting torpedoes regardless. So I want to give myself an advance warning of them. And they just lost a ship. And we just lost a ship. There, I just got targeted. Target went off. And I'm retargeted. So that means he just put the torpedoes in the water. So now you can see I'm turning. And the torpedoes are going to be coming at me. We are really close on this base. There's my partner. He is just about inside this. And I mean, look at that. There we go. Now we're contesting it. And there's the Fubuki. The Fubuki's been spotted, so now I'm going to fire. And there were the torpedoes that I predicted. So now I'm not having to dodge them so much harder. Now, I already had the HE preloaded to do the most damage to him as I can. Now he's smoked up, and he's already been reset. My partner's throwing torpedoes in there. I've got my hydro up. 5.2 kilometer hydro range. And you will notice when we detect him again, he'll be sitting in a smoke, and we're going to see him at exactly 5.2 kilometers because he didn't run off. Had he run off and been able to get away from us, they could have won based on the fact that they're separated and they've already stopped the cap counter so much that we couldn't catch up. Now, obviously, he doesn't have the stealth that my partner Bantha in the T-61 does.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And 5.2 kilometers, exactly where I said. So now we're going to get some guns onto him. Torpedoes again. Bantha's firing hard. I'm firing hard. And we're going to take him down here shortly. But not before we lose Bantha. Now, Bantha's gone. I've just launched my plane a second ago. Now, he is on the other side of the smoke from me. So he can't detect me. But there goes my plane. And now I can detect him. And it only takes one shot. Shots out. We go ahead and get the kill. Now, here's the issue. We are so far behind on points. We're nearly 100 points down. 92 points down. And they had our base for so long. We are looking at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. It will take nearly all of that for me to get from our base to their base. As fast as the ship can go, it's still going to take too long to get over there to stop their counter in time. Plus, they have a battleship. Now, this battleship, if he were to cut bait and run, I couldn't chase him down and I couldn't destroy him. He knows where I'm at. If he even took a decent defensive position, we wouldn't be able to win. So I'm sitting here trying to consider what to do. Is he going to push me? I wouldn't push him. Is he going to cut out and run? I don't know. So the only thing I have to do, and this is where your win rate goes up and down, is to make the best decision possible. And the best decision I have is to push and try to get to their base and hope he's still sitting there to fight somehow. Now, yes, he has me on guns, but I'm very healthy. I've still got 2 heals, so I can pop one in an emergency. I have a plane up, so I can spot him before he can spot me, hopefully. And we have 1 sonar, which isn't going to be any good. But I have torpedoes. Very decent torpedoes with very decent arcs. So this guy really should not engage me in a close battle. This guy should stay at range. He should do everything he can not to let me see him. And again, he's at the back of the base the last time we saw him, so we don't know what to expect out of him. He hasn't been very aggressive, and my plane's making the front arc again, and I don't see him. We do have the HE loaded. Put the HE on so we could try to get our first salvo off and get a fire started so we can get damage con going. Or burn him if he doesn't damage con it, so we can get some more damage in there. Because I'm basically going to bum rush him. Now, I can see him, he can't see me. And because of the island in between us, I can just barely see him around the island, but I didn't get a good target lock on him. I did get a salvo off, but I did not hit him. We'll get another glimpse of him here in a second. There he is. The island's still on the way. My plane's got to be doing the spotting because he's not spotting me when I'm firing. So there's 1 pin, but no fire. Plane's up front. And now he sees me. Now we have direct line of sight to each other. Now I've loaded the AP. He's targeting me. And as you can see, we've got 1 minute and 20 left. Again, I could not have made it in this base long enough to stop it to get up the points. Now he did a lot of damage to me right there, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a heal. Take some of that back. Got the AP loaded. Going for the flat broadside. Shots out. And yeah, we get 1 pin. These are not accurate guns. That's part of the reason why I don't like this ship. And you only get the 1 gun. You're bow tanking, I'm bow tanking, and you get 1 gun. So again, to a cruiser, very dangerous. It's a battleship, not so much. This guy's just still showing me flat broadside. Now, I am doing the best I can. I'm showing the least amount of time. Now, I bring up the target track there to see how many seconds I need, and at that point, it's 22 seconds, and we're under a minute. Now we're down to 19 seconds. And if you're paying attention, you know what I'm doing if I'm turning that much broadside to you. But you notice you don't have to give up a super lot of broadside. So now I just fired. There goes the high caliber. Torpedoes are in. He should know better. He should have slowed and turned. But
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yes, he did. Well, that was all fun. See how we did. 87,000 damage. Nothing stupendous. You know, high caliber, dev strike there at the very end. And we ended up #1 on the leaderboard. And between me and my division mates, we end up getting 5 of the 9 kills. Not too bad together. We ended up taking home 33,000, almost 800, $7.99 in credits on double flags. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye.